is Monday. That's time for Morning Barbados.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed. Here's hoping you're doing good. Are you thinking, hey, is it Monday already? Well, yes, it is. It is a brand new day, Monday, June 27. I'm Cassandra Crawford. Nice to be here for you. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Cass. Morning, Colin. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. It's Monday. Time to get up and go at them. The world awaits you. Get out there.
I really did have that feeling, Cassandra, that it was just, I was like, is it Monday already? But yes, I'm Katrina Marshall, really happy to be joining you. Thank you for choosing us to start your morning off right with. And thank yous, we have to start the show with thank yous to the Regional Testing Day team and the voluntary counseling and testing officers who were out in their numbers on Regional Testing Day all through the weekend. Thank you very much for your unswerving efforts. And to you, Bajans, we're very proud of you. We came out, no official figures yet, but I'm pretty sure we've reached that 10,000 mark across the region for RTD 2011, so
Good
very
stuff.
pleased about that. We had, people were left their offices, came out in their lunch hours. We actually had to call more officers away from some of the sites to continue some of the testing, so I was very excited about
How's that for overwhelming response?
it was fantastic, and it just goes to show that the way you think about getting tested has completely changed, or rather is changing. For more details on the updates as to how it was in the region, in Jamaica it was a big party. RTD, it was fish fry and music, and it was great. So check out iliveup.com for more details about how Regional Testing Day went. But if you went out and got your no on and got tested, well done. Congratulations.
Well, since Katrina mentioned fish fry, guys. Yeah. So let me say a special good morning to Ralph Busy Williams. He won the fish fry or frying fish little,
You didn't win?
thingamajiggy in Spice Town on Saturday.
You didn't win?
I didn't.
Ralph Busy Williams beat you?
Yes. Yes, he brought artillery.
Well,
He brought artillery, boy. Saying good morning.
is that like a really big
Respect.
fish?
No, he brought a really big cooler. So my little cooler looked really like...
So,
anyway, so his simple bacon...
unfair competition, eh?
It's all right.
Ay, ay, ay.
His simple bacon...
Sort of like
fried
Red Jet
fish.
and...
I am not getting involved
Oh
with that.
boy, Colin.
His, I am just telling you, I'm reporting to you because I knew you couldn't make it.
Okay,
his
all right.
simple Bajan flying fish.
That's what he called it.
Yes.
But there was
beat
nothing
out-
simple about it.
Beat out my spicy fish casserole up.
Casserole up.
I like that though, the Cassandra
You
roll.
get it, you
Yeah,
get it.
that is nice.
But casserole as well. 'cause
Yes,
it had
yes,
vegetables
yes,
in
I
it.
like it, I like it. And
it-
that didn't win?
It bust the bag thing as well. The bag, no, it couldn't. His fish couldn't touch it. But you know, I found out the secret.
What was the
I
secret?
found out the secret.
Shelly?
Now you remember? Well,
I was
yes,
about to say
that's part of
because
it.
I'm thinking that sounds like a Mrs.
That's
Williams
part of it.
contribution right there.
So Mrs. Williams had something to do with it. He said the herbs
She-
came from her garden.
Oh,
you
oh,
go.
oh, well. in
Yeah,
that
And you know
case-
I can vouch for the herbs from a fresh herb garden.
In that case,
Indeed, but I also saw
she
these
looks
little
like she
things.
blooms all the time.
Yeah, I saw these little things that he was working with, and I paid a visit to the market in Cheapside about 2 years
So you
ago.
stealing my
Listen,
recipe?
he put 2 Guyanese peppers in the frying pan first and foremost.
Oh, that's flavoring
I'm sure,
right there. That's
yes,
a great flavor
they
right
call them murray peppers, I think, and that was the secret. But congratulations to
We need to
Busy.
bring Busy on to talk about
I
that
think
recipe.
so.
It was good fun. It
I
was
think so. I
really
would
good
imagine It
fun.
would be a great show. And of course, we're being asked in our air, where are the pictures? Where's the proof?
Ask Jeffrey Ali.
Yeah, but we never know. Before the show gets started, we're hoping that this one young gentleman has a great summer, but today is his birthday, and it's one of the members of the family. Dominic Jones is the son of our inimitable makeup artist, Joanna Jones. So we want to say, happy birthday, Dominic. Mom talks about you all the
Happy
time and
birthday.
always in the most glowing terms. He's starting an attachment at a restaurant. He wants to be involved in some sort of culinary arts
Very
when he gets
nice.
older. So rather than whiling his summer away on the beach, he'll be working very hard and picking up all those much needed skills. So
like
happy
it.
birthday to Dominic. Mommy made sure that she got that in nice and early. You can go back to sleep now.
Well, there was an incident on an aircraft coming into
incident.
Barbados last night, actually.
That was quite
Last
scary.
Yes, indeed.
Quite scary.
That some of the passengers are not quite aware of what happened, but the pilot had to, descend rapidly to regularize the air cabin pressure. There were masks falling out, and people had to, put them on, and airs popping, and babies screaming, and that sort of thing.
Sounds like a regular flight to me.
They scream ordinarily, so imagine what could happen if it was more rapid.
This time there was a reason, much more pressing reason, on the air drums from the pressure. But it landed safely in Barbados. The thing is, it was also supposed to continue on to Trinidad. I'm not sure what happened after that, but there would have been the necessary checks and everything.
Hopefully everybody's okay, though.
That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, well, at least it landed, and people were able to laugh about it a little bit after. But it was frightening. I'm sure at the time it was happening.
Indeed.
Well,
yeah, and over the weekend I took in Barbados from a different perspective. I always get around the island and thing. This time I jumped in the back of an SUV. I went on an island safari.
Did you?
Indeed I did, yes. Morning to our driver, Ian. He was very knowledgeable, actually. Learned a few things about the island yesterday.
Such as?
Such as there's a place called Edgecliff. Never even went there. I did not know that. So I went there and looked over the edge. It was quite a view too.
Not jumping.
Well, yeah, it looks a long way down, And that there's this house that is the only house in Barbados that is older is the one up by you, closer to you, St. Nicholas Abbey. But there's the one that the Cheeseman people own that is almost as old. Yep. Yeah, so there were a few little tidbits that I picked up on that trip.
Very nice.
Yes,
as you speak of old things, though, we should celebrate the fact that
Bridgetown
is officially
Professor Henry Fraser must be doing a very a very small dance in his garden. So yeah, we're there. We made it, people.
We need to make it work for us. So I'm gonna call up a few friends and tell them about it and all that. One more thing to talk about over the weekend. The last time a politician endorsed a song, it won Party Monarch.
Here we go, AC.
But the other Calypsonians were upset and started saying, favoritism. But we got a song endorsed by the PM yesterday.
But he's entitled to his opinion.
That's what I think too. I agree with him. And he's a citizen. And if I come up and say, well, I like AC, nobody would, So AC, you're under pressure though, because now you have to win.
He has to deliver.
You know what I mean? You have to make things hot up there on our stage, boy. But
I have to say that AC's pretty good at performing under pressure. I mean, he stayed true to his melody.
What's his name? AC. He stays cool, under pressure, as Colin would say.
Yes, well, right.
So the season is about ready to, in St. Vincent though, this is the week, the push to the big weekend. Next weekend will be Carnival weekend in St. Vincent. Nice. So they had Raga Soca and Wet Fet and all that kind of thing on the weekend. Nice. People sending me all kind of updates and don't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Feeling a little
if I'm not there, I don't want to hear.
Don't tell me nothing. That is my phrase today. If anybody says anything to me I don't want to hear, don't tell me nothing. That's how you say it?
No, I know we have to get
don't tell me nothing.
Well, I know we have to get to some talk lines, but what people have also been telling me is about this influx of the VIP section. There's so many V's of the all-inclusive parties. As you would know, Island Life magazine launched its television series last night. It's online television segment last Saturday night at Whispers. It was called Hot and Spicy, and when you looked at the breakdown of the ticket prices, it started from I think around $75 and it went all the way up to $400.
$400?
Yeah, and I'm thinking
Rihanna wasn't there? Come on.
I'm not knocking.
Come on.
I'm not knocking promoters or their ability to put on a good show or questioning the offerings because I wasn't there. But I'm just kind of curious as to what everyone thinks about the fact that partying is becoming, it's at the point where what you would spend on one party used to stretch for the whole season. So what happens if in June an all-inclusive party is going for $300? What happens before you get to Kadooment Day? So I'm just kind of curious how people plan.
I say plan. Look at the schedule for the season and plan your schedule.
To kind of cherry pick
what events you're going to be a part of. There are packages out there. One comes to mind, Rihanna, Rihanna. Right. So you can, plan ahead and try and stay ahead. But a lot's been happening. Fantasia last evening.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
All that. Well,
yeah, but the thing is, crop over coming. All right? It's just like Christmas. It's going to be here. So put aside a little money. Things going up. Costume is what? $500? Jeez, you put that aside.
And that's one of the cheap ones.
Do not raid the treasury or anything like that.
Oh gosh.
No, I have to go back to that because all over the weekend I was thinking,
How you see from yourself?
$500,000 from the treasury. No, wait a minute, right? If we here have a little thing going, you know, a little business, I have to sign a check, you have to sign a check. If one time I find one of you somehow make a few checks disappear, I gonna make sure everybody had a signing check now.
Yeah.
Or bring in some other people.
Some other magic.
This is the treasury. We gotta have more layers than that.
Yes.
You mean I could just go down there and say, yeah, my cousin need a little $500, and nobody looking at that?
We'll talk about it some more.
Oy, oy, oy.
Yeah.
I don't think I stopped thinking about this for a while.
But
boy.
hopefully you'll
Oh,
stop
you can
talking
see
about
from the treasury.
hopefully you'll stop talking about it long enough for us to get to some top lines.
Yeah, we'll have some more banter a little
Oh,
later.
Lord.
But of course, these are the stories we're looking to develop in our news at 7 o'clock. An Anglican cleric is encouraging men to accept when a woman has ended a relationship and not be violent towards them. Reverend Austin Carrington was speaking during the crop over service at the Christchurch Parish Church. Also, a Barbadian-born doctor who operates in the United States has opened a clinic in Carrington Village, St. Michael. Dr. Kurt Lambert, who grew up in the area, told the opening the main focus of the clinic will be providing professional health care to the people in the area at a reasonable rate. In other news, Member of Parliament for St. Michael's Southeast, Hamilton Lashley, says the church must be involved in every aspect of development in Barbados. Mr. Lashley made the comment during the inaugural Health and Business Expo at the Dash Valley Playing Field in St. Michael. The expo was organized by the St. Michael Southeast Constituency Council and members of the Messengers for Christ. A group of attorneys at law have come together to inform Barbadians of their legal rights and responsibilities. Cecilia Babb of the Justice Improvement Project says the intention is to take these issues all across Barbados as the centre partners with community councils. Those stories and more we'll have details to in our news coming up at 7. But right now we take a look at what's making international headlines.
Thanks, Cassandra. We've got a copy of the International Herald Tribune. It's the global edition of the New York Times, and as has been on the minds of many across the weekend, the fate of Greece's economy continues to make headlines. So first we go to Athens, where demonstrators projected the word across the facade of the Greek parliament last week, and it underscored the hurdle that Prime Minister George A. Papandreou of Greece faced in selling an increasingly resentful electorate on tough new round of austerity measures: thieves. Most Greeks say they have little confidence in a political class that they see as corrupt and unaccountable. A recent study by Transparency International in Greece found that 9 out of 10 said their politicians were corrupt, and 80% said that Parliament had lost credibility. Over now to Zurich, where Europe cities take the fun out of driving on purpose. While American cities are synchronizing green lights to improve traffic flow and offering apps to help drivers find parking, many European cities are doing the opposite, creating environments openly hostile to cars. The methods vary, but the mission is clear: to make car use expensive and just plain miserable enough to tilt drivers towards more environmentally friendly modes of transportation. Would that fly in Barbados? Who knows? I'm not even sure about that. But we like our cars here, so I don't know if it would actually work. And a story for our director, Jack Deere, looking to supercharge Formula One is the headline. The fortunes of a Formula One auto race can change in a split second. When Sebastian Vettel, the 23-year-old star of the Red Bull racing team, slipped up on the last of the Canadian Grand Prix this month, he allowed Jenson Button of McLaren to snatch away the victor's Jeroboam of Champagne. The business of Formula One could be set for a similarly dramatic swing. If you want to find out how, you need to call Newspaper Direct at 436-1314 or visit newspaperdirect.com to order your copy of the International Herald Tribune. They're located in Unit Number 3 of the Lower State Factory Complex in St. Michael. We take a look now at what's making headlines in local newspapers.
And unfortunately, we only have one paper to share with you this morning. That's The Advocate on the front page. FTC satisfied, but the BLP must be run efficiently and effectively. So that's the headline and the sub-headline. On the bottom, it says, Crop Over 2011 launched a church service with the undertaking that it must be controversy-free. That is coming from the Acting Minister of Culture, Ronald Jones. He was speaking yesterday. Teacher retires after 36 years at Princess Margaret. That's a lifetime. On the back page, Oyston's fisherfolk recognize. Well, congratulations to them. You can read all about it in the Advocate newspaper today.
We have much to share with you on Morning Barbados. There's much that we will be sharing with you, so we want you to stay with us throughout the morning. Certainly, we will take the time to enter the world of technology with Gabriel Abed. He's going to bring us up to date on whatever is going on in the technology area. And there's much more that we'll be sharing, including what's happening for this summer. So stay tuned.